All right. I adjusted the camera just a little bit. Hopefully it's going to give a tighter work area view. Actually, all I did was I just took the boom and I brought it down. Anyways. Time to install the motor, and I am really second guessing my choice on using an Ego Drift. I just... if I had to do it all over again, I would have just done what I meant to do with this thing and made a budget build and used the Steam AK motor. Also, there's a combo on Heli Direct for an XT Fly motor, or an XT Fly ESC and a combo motor. Combo or combo, if I can't remember. Anyways, $180 for a 3220 size that would have fit this perfectly. And that's a pretty banging deal for ESC and motor combo. The other motor I was considering was the Steam AK420 design motor. That's for $65. Again, you can't beat that. I'm used to higher end motors, like X-Nova. Paying premium for parts, so it was kind of hard to wrap my head around cheaping out on a motor. Was I going to regret it? Because once the motor goes in, and it's a pain in the ass to get it out. Anyway, whatever. Ego Drift. If I had to do it all over again, I would go with a cheaper. I'm actually tempted of halting the build and saving this motor, ordering a cheaper one, and then I'd have an excuse to build the new IL 420. Because this would fit an IL 420 just nicely, and I have a spare Nexus already. I just need to order a set of servos, because I got a spare ESC too. Anyways, it is what it is. And this was a $150 motor at the time, or $155, I think. Swag, okay. Alright. Mounting screws and... yeah. Are they the same bullet size? This is what came with the AK. I'll probably use it. I usually go with yeah, I'll probably use the... I'll use the ones that came with the Ego Drift. They're nice enough. It was actually pretty nice. Usually I get, was it Supra? I think it was the name of the brand. Or whatever. Or Castle. I like Castle bullet connectors. These are just your standard banana plug style. Probably nothing wrong with them. I'm not going to be mashing this thing around anyway, so there's not going to be a high amp load. I like saving the boxes. It's kind of just That's my thing. Especially when you get nice packaging. All right. The Ego Drifts, they come nicely tinned. I got options. All right. Well, let's see. I was gonna go with a side mount. Well, I mean, it's meant side mount, but I don't know. They designed it side mount. That's the way they like it. So I'll go with what they recommend. I wonder if I could be allowed to do an inward mount like this. Then I could have the ESC top plate. It's not going to be consequential. Let's go with the way Steam has it in their manual. Anyways. Battery tray. Yeah, there you go. This will be the ESC mount, and you have options of inverting it. We'll see. Well, once the motor gets in, I'll be able to make up my final mind. There you go. But I suspect it's more than likely going to be mounted underneath. Orientation. Denatured alcohol, boy, that stuff evaporates quick. Does not last long. Yeah, and see, that came out dirty. So yes, clean, clean everything. I mean, it's expected. You're in the factory floor. It's dusty. There's debris. The machine is burying it, getting the holes and threading it. So, yeah, I'm not faulting anybody there. It is a clean, sterile factory environment is obviously going to be ideal for parts and quality. There we go. Yeah, shout out to XL Power. Apparently, they've aligned themselves to where they're doing their own manufacturing in house. At least that's what I understand. And it's all done under one roof. So if you're fabricating your parts and doing your kits and assembly, and it's a streamline, that's going to go a long ways for quality control. I would be willing to do another XL kit now that they got their shit together apparently. But my Nimbus V2 was absolutely not impressing me. Tolerances, people love making excuses. Like, no, you can learn from manufacturing issues. The industry's had enough decades under its belt to get its shit together. And treat your employees good. Don't shame them for defects. Shame them if they try to hide their defects. But if an employee makes a mistake, like, don't beat them up over it. It's like my manager. He doesn't care about assigning blame. He cares about a solution. And I think that's an awesome way to go. I don't make mistakes often, but when I do, I know I'm not going to be scolded over, oh, you need to do better next time. I don't get that dumb speech from my manager. If I make a mistake, I'm like, hey, here's what happened, and here's my mitigation steps to rectify it. Or this is what I think we should do to rectify it. What do you think? Go from there. I've had managers where it's like, well, this is used as a learning experience, or, oh, you should know better, or whatever. Like, no, that's not a good way to inspire confidence in you, because then people want to start hiding their mistakes. Oh, let's get this on right. There we go. And also, I don't like managers that are too busy looking up. Not cool in my book. They're more focused on making themselves look good or pleasing their superiors. And no, like I said, I'm lucky to have the job I have and the manager I have. And it spawns a good work environment, because I don't have coworkers that want to throw you under the bus. I've been on teams like that where they'll do anything they can to throw shade your way to make themselves look better or distract or whatever. I don't know. It's a despicable habit, and a lot of people do that in the work environment. My team is 100% not like that at all. It is, you ask for help, cool, let me help you. They don't sit there and try to beat you up over it, or, oh, can't believe so and so, could you have made this mistake? Ah, I never ever get that. I have been on teams like that. Like, I'll make my way from one side of campus to the other, and there'll be IMs on the screen, or I'll be going to deal with something else, and you'll see the IMs when you walk past the screen. Like, oh, can you believe? Could you did this, that, or anything? Oh, and it's like, what a cancerous team to be on, where that's your coworkers, and they're backbiting you and doing everything they can to make you look inept, instead of trying to build you up. I don't put up with that shit anymore, though. I used to when I was younger, but not anymore. No, I'll push someone's shit in. If they need to get their shit pushed in, they get their shit pushed in. You don't tolerate that kind of bad behavior at work, ever. It just leads to an abusive environment. People need to know when their behavior is unacceptable, and most of the time, I mean, of course, they're going to try to gaslight or deflect or clutch their pearls. I'm like, no, you intercept their BS and you tell them you're not going to tolerate it. Anyway, enough about work. More back to hobby. Motor mounts. Yeah, I found when people, back on my rant. No, when people perceive that you're weaker or inferior to them, especially when they can get like a mob mentality, it absolutely happens. When you're assertive and you tell people that their behavior is unacceptable, not always. Sometimes there's just shitty people in the world. Alright, what do we got here? These must be the side mounts. 3x7. I mean, at 7.5. I mean, it is 3, but it's not 3x7 though. It's 3x7.5. Anyways, whatever. Pin gear. Or is it these? Motor boom mount. I mean, these came with the motor. I'll use the ones that came with the motor. These must be for the side mount to get it into the, yeah, these are to get it into the side frame here. I just don't like how they match. This is 3x7. Those are probably 3x8 or 9 almost. I don't know yet. I'll measure them in a second. Uh, 3.9 says almost a 10 mil. 978. We'll round that to 10. 2 locking collars. For motor pinion, I've used to use red, and I don't like red anymore. I would rather use green when locking it. Red is just so awful, but it heats really quick, and if you get into a pinch where you just have to come back and reset it. I just don't like red. Blue is too weak, but red is too strong. Now, if I was doing like a high performance, just I gotta go balls to the wall. For sure, I'm getting a higher tier helicopter, but I'm also taking a lot. You think I'm taking meticulous here? Like, no, I'm taking way more perfection into account on everything I can. Right. Wow, look how dirty that got just from these. That's the coating, I think, from the Ego Drift. I'm pretty sure that came off the Ego Drift motors. And that's a coating for a rust bearing or prevention coating, I'm sure. Nice. I mean, that's what they got, side mounted. My gut just wants to go out the front, but we're gonna do side. We can always pull it out. Blue Loctite. See, I just don't like that. Blue, does that mean blue Loctite? Or green, does that mean they want green Loctite? Their color coding convention, I don't get. Anyways. No, the motor I'm going to do with green. Green. No, hold on a second. practice run. Practice without a... Yeah. That's gonna... It is absolutely do not use the mount that came with the Ego Drift. Okay. It's gonna push the plate down too... Nope. These are meant for a thicker motor mount. Or one with washer. Or, I mean, if I was... That's why I hate this shit so much. If it was this way, that would fit with the Ego Drift motor mount. Yeah, that would absolutely fit better. But they don't show it like that. They show it this way. And I will go with the way they tell you to, but I will use their... What are these for? I mean... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. No, I don't like that at all. There's a plate in here, and I don't want the screws touching the plate. They're just too long. It's probably a protective plate to prevent shavings or any debris from falling on, because it's just under the screw holes. Huh. Fuck. Motor diameter. Now I want to use the Steam branded motor more than ever. Because that goes way... Anyways, we're good. There we go. That's not bad. All right, that's flush enough. All right. Oh, good, good, good. Pull it out, pull it out. I'm going to get that one out of there. wasn't focused. There. Oh, repaint it, just in case, repaint it. Ooh, look at that. All right, you're in. And now a cross tightening. One more. That feels good. All right. These are the stock plates that came with it. I got these just because, I don't know, maybe give it a little flair. They are definitely heavier. Aluminum versus carbon fiber. I don't have anything to measure it, but at least 20 or 30, close to 20 or 30 grams, I'm sure. Yeah, probably about 20. Yeah, no, that's about 30 grams. Are they identical, mirrored? They look mirrored. Yeah, they're mirrored. The finish work is pretty lame, actually. Very lame. Oof. You can see the burring from the CNC machine and the pattern it made. Whatever. But this side is smooth. And you know what? That's a nitpick. This was, I think, a $7 or $8 set. Motor must not exceed 43 millimeters. $40 millimeters. Well, let's just call it a 41 millimeter mortar. All right, well, we're good. Mortar. Mortar. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All right. Oh, add the pin to the double check. I am not setting the pinion gear yet. I will put it in. But I'm not gonna set it because I don't know the height yet. 12T. Son of a bitch. I will have to set it. Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking set it. Because the height is already adjusted to the... That could go south so fucking quick and bad. Oh my gosh. Good thing this is... That's why I don't like red. Red would have already starting to stiffen up for sure. Huh. All right, let's clean it. Well, that's lucky. I almost lost that from not paying attention to it. Huh. I don't approve of this set screw here. And I may back it out and not use it at all. The reason being is it's not going to go in all the way. Yeah, it's hanging out. Now, centrifugal force, that could lead to excess vibration. I don't know. I mean, they show it in there. It's coming out. I ain't gonna use it. I don't like that. This collar is too small of a diameter. And every other craft I've ever done, you only needed one set screw. So why they have two in here, I don't understand. I don't, whatever. I mean, where is it? Well, shit, I had it just a second ago here. Yeah. It's just, I mean, I could grind it. But then I would, it may be a pain in the ass to get it out. If I ground the inside and left the outside intact, I have seen people mod in the middle of the build and I'm like, ooh, not cool. And I'm like, no, it's all right. It's just the nature of the hobby, and I'm getting more confident about doing that these days. All right, that color's in place. Yeah, I would have had to shorten this by about a third. Or a quarter, sorry, a quarter. And the reason I am not, I have done my other builds and they only had one set screw that went into the collar and to the pinion gear. I mean, I've seen people, they'll grind the shaft. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, no, it's okay. You can grind the shaft. I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna. This thing ain't falling out of the sky over that. Anyways, back to. All right. One, two, three. Ain't that some shit? Somewhere on this table is going to be a missing bolt that came with the Ego Drift. And I will find it with a magnet if I have to. It got knocked somewhere. Oh, I was cleaning it, that's right. That sat in there a while. I don't like that. There. 4. Yeah, I'll clean this one too and keep it. Let me mark the notes. I'm just making notes. At the end of the build, I'm going to go over each page that I had to make adjustments or not follow the instructions. Where my path diverted. Is that like that then? Oh yeah, there. That's how it fits. No, that's not how it fits. It fits this way. How? What the fuck? different threads entire. No, that's a match. Oh, Apex. Oh, I was holding it upside down. That's why I was like, that's upside. Wonder where this goes though. I mean, those two go there. Don't know yet. We'll find out later. Yeah, goes to the rear. It goes to the rear. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, yeah, there we go. Now they all match. Now they match. That's where that side plate sits, just like that. All right. That page made no sense. Well, good morning. Did you sleep good? Did he sneak into bed, or did you bring him in the bed?
He cried, so I put him next to me.
Oh. All right, mystery salt. These are 8mm.
Yes, I will give you the milk. Can you prepare the
2x5x8.
Can you say Papa? Okay. Yung milk? O yung banana?
a pain in the ass. That's gonna get annoying. Not doing Loctite on this right now. I'm just getting it in, and I'll do the frame all in one go. to... I'm not gonna like this, but I got to do it anyways. I'm gonna pull it all out and raise the teeth just a tad. This is why I wanted to set the pinion last, and they won't let you. It's not a design that'll let you set the pinion last because of the collar. Alright, let's try it again. It's already setting. Yeah. Oh fuck, that means that the Loctite on the pinion is gonna already be son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to heat it up, I think. Because I don't see how that's gonna... I may have fucked myself over. That's stiff. We may have a problem, Houston. Oh, we do. We absolutely do. The green Loctite. Oh, yay! Oh, good. I can clean it out. Whew. Yeah, red would have been like, you're done. You're toast. No go backs. No do overs. Good. I'm gonna re-clean all of these. Quite thoroughly, actually. Oh wait, wrong set. Shit, wrong set. These are the ones I meant to clean. Alright, that's clean, nice. No, I dropped it. Oh, okay, good. I dropped it, no. Alright, magnet pad, you go. Alright, one shot. It's just a quick loose mounting. I am gonna try this. Could end up being a really good idea or just a backfire. We'll see. So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll set the pinion right at that height. Just enough that the set screw itself is hanging over the, and eyeballing it, that's about right where it would have sat on the gear mesh. Because I needed to raise it about 4 millimeters. Should have measured it. I would say that's probably the better spot. We'll find out in a second. What does this mean now? I could use 2. I have mixed feelings about that. I can get both of them in this way. Let's see where it's, if that's even going to be fair enough to assess. Oh, sorry, sideways. Question is, oh, that is just pretty well spot on. Okay, deal. We'll do it that way. I'll back it out and show you. That is far more satisfying because that lines up with the pinion much better now. I would even be able to go just a tad higher. So, contrary to the diagram they show, this actually does not seat all the way to the base of the motor. Good. All right, now green it is. I just don't like how tiny these pinion screws are. That's going in permanently. And in this one, Now, you have a choice here. You could have ground out a second notch so that it sat flat, or I could shorten the tip of this, grinding it out, or I can just leave it in here. There's several ways to approach this problem, and I'm sure one is the best and the others are okay and doable. I think, though, if it becomes a problem, I will grind it out. But right now it sits above. Yeah, it spins freely. Alright. It's permanent in there, though. The only way this is ever coming off for a motor change or whatever, well, by then the motor would have burned out anyways. And I'm assed out on a $150 motor. I do not take apart helicopters and scavenge parts. If this thing is used and then I put it on the shelf for the next decade and then my kids pick it up one day and learn to fly off it, cool. If it crashes and I have to do some major repairs and overhaul, I don't think this is going to ever be damaged. But anyway, all right. I just didn't like that. So I would be willing to, if it was a problem or I was finding that there were some vibrations going on, I would probably just take a grinder to that and smooth that in. It is on there though. 100%, it is not coming out. Yeah, we're done. That's a one and done, folks. Not ever coming off. That's green Loctited. I'm gonna kick myself. Now, back to this. Yeah, like it won't. That little, that's gonna keep the color. It's in there. I'd have to grind it to get it out. And in which case, this is a permanent edition motor. So there you go. Cause I'd have to drill to ever get that collar off and order a new collar and a new pinion. All right. Just double check that there. Out the side. Raised. about 4 millimeter. And I was able to get that in and that in. All right. Let's try it again. It's amazing how quick and that green Loctite sets. That was a firm twist to get it off. There we go. Just make it a little easier. I think I have a feeling this will go in a lot quicker this time around. Oops. Motherfucker. Okay, good. Oh, my wrench arrives tomorrow. My feathering shaft wrench, so I can properly do this. You followed along yesterday. I got bent out of shape because XL included everything but the size you needed in their Terminator kit. It's still a nice kit, but I need either 3 or 4 millimeter shaft, and it goes from 5 all the way to like 10. So it's good for main blades, but there wasn't anything that would fit a. Not for the tail. Oh, that's okay. Shit, that sucks. He'll be okay though. It's not a. I will probably do something to sleeve that a little better, just as a layer of protection, because this, I don't want the aluminum rubbing on this. These are thick braided anyways, but still I'm gonna, just as a side of caution, just this here. I'll do some better shrink wrapping here. Or, because it'll come in here, I think. Off to the side. But yeah, I want to protect this. And that wasn't shrunk wrapped very well. If even at all. Ego drift, you lost points for that one. But yeah. That would be better. Get that in place there and then heat it up. And that'll help protect the sleeving. Again, these are really robust braids, so I don't think anything's gonna matter, but I'm gonna still reapply the heat to that. All right, battery plate. I already pre-cleaned these screws an hour ago. They're good. Hey, man, baby in the other room. He's very vocal. But at 15 months old, he does a really good job at following instructions. You know, like, go get me this object or that object. And he'll go on a hunt. He'll go find it. Bring it to you. And he's starting to talk. His sister, on the other hand, she learned to read, which really early. I was patting myself on the back because at 8 months she was catching us off guard by sounding out syllables when she would pass by signs. And I was like, "What? I thought I had a genius kid." Nope. She stopped at reading and memorizing. Verbally, she's silent. Her idea of fun is reading technical manuals. So she'll go into my office and read technical manuals and memorize the shit. I don't think there's any concept yet going on in her head of what it means, but she does memorize the facts. Because I'll go through and I'll test her on the pages. She'll say something, she calls my memory out. Like, how did you know that? And I'll flip through the book and I'll find the answer. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you are right. I don't think you know what that means, but you're right. But she's not conversational. It's not autism. Or there's so many spectrums of autism, and it's speech delay, this, and autism, that. I think where the disconnect happened was when she started learning to read and was demonstrating the ability to read. I focused on that and put her in front of books, like gave her all kinds of books, and that stunted the speech centers of her brain. Whereas most people, they'll focus on talking and nursery rhymes and games, and but it was her interest was books. So yeah, by age 2, she was already past Dr. Seuss. Oh, she just memorizes. Like, what the fuck do you think reading is? You're memorizing it. Her latest thing though is she likes reading paleontology. That's her big fascination lately. She's 4. We got her in there's a special government school that only takes like 4 students per year. It's 4 teachers and 4 students. And she's with 4 other special needs cases like hers. She loves it. And yeah, it's already had a major improvement with her speech. She talks abstractly a lot. You know, instead of "I want some water," just water. Like, okay, that's great. You got the concept of water, but that could be anything. It could be, "I want hot water. I want cold water. I'm thirsty." And in her mind, she already gave you the complete construct. Oh, water. Go get me some water. It's not how talk. Anyways, I was very similar, anyways, as a kid. So apple didn't fall far from the tree. I wasn't verbal and communicating until I was, oh shit, even in the Marine Corps I had a rough time. College, workplace environment. So I want to get her all the help she needs so she learns how to communicate with people. Because humans are assholes. When they perceive you to be weaker or less than them, they will pounce on it. I really just genuinely don't like that about people. And that's what I was saying earlier. I found that the best thing to do is just push someone's shit in. Because if they perceive that you're just gonna be amiable about it and put up with it and tolerate it, they'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. You shove their shit back. Or just avoid them and stay the fuck away from them. Either way. The way I see it, like, I'll be treated the way I want or not at all. And I win in both scenarios. Alright, ESC mount. Tis the moment of truth. I mean, upper mount. I just don't think I'm going to do an upper mount. I think I'm going to go with a lower mount. You know, maybe I will take the camera and pull it out. You know, I'll raise the camera a few inches, give it a little wider angle of the work area. I don't understand it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So even this 1, 2, 3. Well, we may have a fucking problem, Houston. Yeah. This mounting tray that they gave me does not match the image. Here. 4 here at this end. 2 at this end, 2 at this end, 2 at this end, 2 at this end. Fucking steam. I have no idea. And again, all right, that looks like that would match there. 1, 2, 3. Small, large, large. But we're missing. This tray is shorter. There should have been 2 trays with this kit, a short one and a long one. That's what I thought. I'm running out of parts. They don't include it. Son of a bitch. They don't include it. Fuckers. Yeah, they don't include it. I think. I have a suspicion. See if we can make sense of it later on in the manual. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I'm going to mount the tray this way though. Because it looks like they want it at the... Yeah. I don't know what that is, but we're looking at... It's going to go here to there. Or they give you, I guess if you're going to mount it, you could also have an alternate mounting here. No, that wouldn't fit. It would, oh, it would fit there. Okay. So it could fit that way. Or it could fit that way. Maybe if it changes, I don't know. I'm going to fit it this way and have the ESC slid forward. Yeah. All right. Definitely this first. Alrighty, I'm gonna go here. Definitely not. Nope, absolutely not. Will not fit. That might fit that way though. Well, that's a really canted. No, no. Yeah, it won't go any other way. All right. And one more sampler. If I mounted this tray upside down though. What if I mounted it upside down? That would fit. Huh. That might actually be what I want to do. But that's not what the instructions give you an option. I don't know. All right. Well, we may or may not pull that out. We'll see how it fits. We'll see when we get the ESC mounted. But it looks like they give you variable options. That it would be their primary choice right here against this plate. And that would be the outer pin set. This will be my last Hobby Wing ESC. Oh, fuck you, Hobby Wing. Hey, just... Yeah, see, the manual here doesn't have 1, 2, 3 holes in the front, and the manual only has 2 holes in the front, an upper and a lower hole. And there's, again, there should be a hole here, and a hole, this hole should be right there. There's no hole here, but there is here. Should be 2 here, and there's only 1. There should be 2 here. There's 2 here, but they're not spaced like they showed in the picture. And then there's a whole. So this whole kit is not the same frame. It's a different revision. Anyways. Oh fuck. One of them's off. Yeah, son of a bitch. That means one of these screws is dead. Damn it. I'll find it. I gotta pull these out until I find the right thread size. I think I accidentally put it in there. These longer ones should have been for the side plate. Oh no, no, okay, well fuck me. Alright. They deliver, alright, I stand corrected. 5x8s go here at the top, and for here and here because of the extra thickness, and 5x6, 2.5x6 goes at the lower. Okay, all right, double check. Yep, 8, 8, 6, 8. I thought I had screwed up and I did not. You know, they have nice little collars here. Why don't they give us some collars for the lower? Whatever. Whatever. Maybe I can order my own. Yeah, these collars are a nice little touch. You know, and it would have looked a little more flair if I would have had. Anyways, I'll order spares. I'll do it myself later. The frame, the frame, the frame. Yeah. I guess the alternative would have been take the plate, flip it around, and then the this cross member support would have gone here instead to line up with the holes. Right there, these two holes. And it would have been using this inner line here. I don't see how that would matter for me right now, but anyway, this isn't permanent anyway, so we're good. But it would have taken the whole ESC plate and shifted it downward. And you know what? That just might be exactly what they mean by an upper and a lower mount. So there you go. I'm going to do that. Because the landing gear come in here. Yep. All right, I'm going to invert it. I'm not going to mount the ESC underneath. It'd be too tight. I'll end up with the same problem I had with the Goose Guy. All right. Yeah, the RS4 Venom, you know, because they have the all-in-one kit, and it comes with their rebranded Hobby Wing ESC. But if you try to get your own, because at the time I think it was a 60 amp, and I didn't trust Goose Guy's flight controller. That's the honest truth. So I didn't get their ready-to-fly version of the S4. I went with my own avionics package instead. I don't regret that choice. My only regret is for like an extra $150, I could have gone with a Saab and I'd have a nice dope raw 420. And that just, it wasn't that it was the extra 150-ish initial investment. It was like, well, if I crash, I haven't crashed my S4 yet. And even if I did crash my raw 420, is it really that going to be a big deal? And I don't intend to. Nobody intends on crashing, I know, but I don't fly hard or aggressive. And I never want to. That's not my thing. That's not my enjoyment. Big, giant, gentle scoops of air. That's my forte. Yeah. So I will put this here. And I have the option, if I want, I can lower it to there. Yes, the mounting upwards. Plenty of room. Either way, that's plenty of room. And I just think it'll look a little cleaner if it's tucked away inside. I guess that's what they meant by upper and lower mounting. I just assumed they were talking about inverted or not. You know, I can't find anybody that did an AK420 build. I'm sure it's going to annoy the shit out of people when they're trying, oh, where's my answer? Like, I don't know, dude. I'm not editing this shit. If you want a professionally done build video, go do West Hobbies RC. Jeff does awesome build videos. I'm not taking that level of time and effort, no. And then I see other people, they just do a time lapse. Like that doesn't help me either. I originally had thought I was going to do page 29, one short video, upload it. Page 30, do a short video. But no, you can see how I'm going back and forth, changing my style, time, tempo. it would have been like a 30-minute page followed by a 2-minute page. My wife said, well, just put chapters in here. Like, I'm not going to do that shit either. If you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm not interested in it. It is what it is, folks. Learn along the way. I'm learning along the way. I'm curious about something. Yeah, these were the flight packs. So these are the flight packs I know will fit. And these I think were $18. I'd have to double check. But I got these for $18. Probably end up being sideways. We'll see. They're a little tall. I don't know where the canopy's going to sit on that. These are the flight packs I'm hoping will fit. But, I mean, yeah, maybe not so much. Because the length, I was really hoping these will fit. And I think I pay, I posted a video, but please go look it up. But I think it was like $13. Any way you slice it, you can't beat that price. Yeah, it's 40C discharge versus 70C. And I don't buy into discharge anyways, but 70 more than 40. No, it's 6S packs. That's a great price. Anyways, I'm hoping these will be the ones that fit, and I might we might have to do something where I shim it so that I can slide it up here. I don't know how that's going to affect I don't think it'll matter much on the center of gravity anyways. The reason I wanted just the larger capacity for a longer flight. This thing is not going to be, I don't even know what the weight difference is on these two. Does it measure? I can measure it. I'm not a weight weenie. Again, this is meant for training. And getting 7 to 8 minutes of just slow, gentle hovering and orientation, that's what it's meant for. I'll put an 1800 or a 1300 pack. I think I got some over here. Yeah, if I was trying to smash hard, these are the light packs I would put in. Probably would sit somewhere right around there, because I don't think that'd be too tall with the canopy on. Yeah, too tall, but That would be my hardcore smack pack. Light, just a burst of energy. That's 2 minutes. We'll see. I got options for battery packs on this bird. And shout out to CNHL. You see my videos, just download the coupon code that I got posted there. It's an affiliate link. And just wait for their sales. Build up your wish list and then watch the sales. You will find the pack that you really will gush over at least 2 or 3 times a year. And I bought 4 8S packs for $195. 4 total. So 8S, 5,000 milliamp 8S packs for $195. Dirt cheap. And that's going to go into. It was going to go in my Logo 580, but now I don't know if I want to build a Logo 580. Maybe I'll build something else. Maybe I'll put them in a Soxos Strike. And then just go straight to a Logo 700. Originally I was thinking I'll do the 580 first, and then if it's that good, I'll do a 700. But I might just skip straight to the 700. No. Alright, that plate's in. Now the side mounts. Eight. 1, 2, and these are 6. I believe these are 6. Yep. All right. That's one of the reasons motivating me to build these, because that's the only time I get grief from my wife is if I let the kits pile up and I don't build them. That is a bad habit of mine. I'll buy that one. Ooh, that one too. So I gotta finish what I got. And I want to do it in time for. My excuse though on the Genesis Sport though is I am really waiting for those Aeon servos to come out, and they are taking their sweet fuck all time. I didn't want to nag and try to pester. When's it coming? When's it coming? I'm sure everybody's writing all the emails. My assumption is it's probably just some kind of a manufacturing delay. Supply chain. The bane of every manufacturer's existence is the supply chain. Ugh. Production supply chain. For a while I wanted that to be my degree. No. Pass. Supply chain management. Alright. Six, 6, 8, 8. It's getting a little tight. I do not like it that tight. It shouldn't be that tight. Ah, there we go. Yeah. And that's why you assemble your frame first, then you Loctite everything, and you give yourself, because it gets everything aligned properly. You don't want to have stress points. Distribute the weight, the stress, the vibrations all evenly. And there's a lot of people with more experience than me that would disagree. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind doing it extra. I've run into other people like, no, that's exactly how you do. Okay, cool. And I think it's a good idea. It makes sense to me. Shit. Fuckers. Because, you know. Which hole is which? That one here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. These two here are shown to be down here. So there's two possible. This kind of shit makes me so fucking mad at them. Are they giving me the option of a higher versus lower frame bracing? Why? I'm going to opt for the lower one. Because I do have two holes here. That would be my best guess. That's Alrighty. There you go. Moment of truth. We already know the answer though. Tail boom is not going to fit properly because the servo's on backwards. Last video or the video before, yeah, 2 videos ago, they show the image of the servo mounted forward, and then the next page it shows the servo mounted to the rear. And oh wow, look at that, servo mounted to the rear is the appropriate image. I knew that would happen when I went to go look at the geometry though. Now I think this is awesome. It came pre-assembled. And I know many of you hate doing the whole epoxy and everything. What the fuck? Okay, it has it. It has it. I was like, where's the nut in there? No, it's in here. Came with it. All right. I do. I hate push rod assembly. Absolutely hate it. So, wait a minute. 400. 400, 356, 420, 385. Oh, I'm putting 420 blades on here. I guess that's if you have a shorter tail boom. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, side A and B. Okay. So that clamps up there. And that clamps. We can adjust that later. I don't think I'm going to make a video series on the actual like setting up rotoflight and all that. There's so way better, very detailed videos out there already. The one that everybody seems to go to the most is Bert's, and I think that's an awesome one. But don't skimp out on John's from RC Video Reviews. His series is excellent as well too. And I think if you watch both Bert's and John's, you have a spectacular, because they fill in kind of gaps and blanks. Like for example, Bert's, I think he did a much better job at explaining how to set up telemetry. But John did a better job at geometry. So there you go. Watch both series. And Bert Kammer's got his up more recently, and John from RC Video Reviews, his is a little older, but they're both excellent, and they complement each other well. So when I say another thing, and don't copy paste. That's another one. Is I see that a lot on the Rotoflight Discords. Is I did what Bert did. Like you still got to adjust towards your own personal settings too. Like you can't exactly. No two helicopters are going to be the same builds, electronics, servos, you name it. You got your own individual problems with your setup. But yes, Bert's is excellent and John's is excellent. And no, I would never put that level of detail or effort into any of my videos ever. That's not what this channel's for. This channel's mostly about me praising brands that are awesome and dunking on shit that pisses me off. That's the honest truth. Is the shill-free aspect. Like it says in my description, praise that is worthy and shame that which sucks. Because too many people, there's some really egregious channels out there that every week is the latest and greatest, and you got to buy this thing, and I fucking resent shills who will, it's amazing, like, yeah. And they'll have like 500,000 subscribers on their channel, and do I want to pick a fight? They haven't given me any shade, so I won't give them any public shade. But y'all know who these people are. Every week is the latest foam piece of shit from Horizon Hobby. Or pushing the blade helicopter like it's the grade. It's toy grade. Or barely above toy grade. And I hate that. I'm like, hey, look at this thing I got for free. I didn't pay for it. I'm going to tell you how you need to go buy it because it's the best thing ever. And it flies so good and it's so beautiful. And And you'll see their format. It's the same pose on the camera, and they're holding it in front of them, and you're supposed to see the big smile on their face. Now go buy it. And I will never, ever compromise my opinion. Well, I think one of the channels I like is Painless 360. He will tell you the good things about a product or a platform, but then he'll also have his critique on where they could have reviewed and improved themselves. And I think that gets my respect. I don't know if he gets his free stuff or he pays out of his I don't know. But a non-compromise review, that's a good example of a channel that I like. Let me clean this though. Like, you know, like I praise CNHL, for example. I want other people to know that, hey, this is a cheap budget brand and it does damn good for the price you pay. Is there better out there? Sure, go buy your $150 Maniacs. But I'm just, you know, this size class in a Maniacs, a 2.7, you're paying $120, $140. And I got this for, I really wish I could remember. I think it was $13. And it's going to do just fine. Yeah, but you get more better performance. Okay, yeah, go get your better performance. I'm not that skill level. And I don't think the mere mortals are going to be able to tell. Shit, I don't remember. Or did it go in this way? Oh, fuck me, I forget. I think it went in this way. Yeah. I'm going to quick reference the image. But I'm pretty sure it went in this way. Oh, it was the mounting brackets were on the outside. But did the servo plate come on top or down below? All right, it comes under the plate as I have it setting. I would have, I don't know, I'd like to see an additional plate here on this side. At any rate. Back to these to clean them out. Okay, okay. This, that is why I did not Loctite. Good to know. There's a degree of uncertainty as to where the proper position would be. Yeah, it brings the center of gravity a little tighter anyways. But I would like to see it go even further. Boy, that sits right up there. Here we go. And that'll be a good match. I'm happy with that placement, but we'll obviously the final geometry will determine. That looks pretty damn good. Yeah. Note to self, I should have centered that first. We are off by a little over 1/4 of an inch. We can lengthen that or we can slide this back, which is fine. I didn't tighten it anyways. I just wanted a basic general placeholder, and we will go probably right about there. Or even even the servo horn. I like to have my servos centered anyways first. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then the beautiful thing is that when you're doing the geometry, you can set up the throw at the top and at the bottom and give it an offset. But that's right about there. So I will take this servo when I'm ready to set it up and mount the horn and everything else. I'll slide it back 1/4 inch. And this probably. Yeah, that's about right. I'm not going to tighten any of this. It's just a place. Multifunction carbon tool. And that would be this. I don't need those anymore. Now I'm going to go online and look up what people did for 3D printing for the AK420. I'm sure that there's people out there that have done it. There's a lot of cool. That was the big motivator that pushed me over the edge of getting a 3D printer. And then it became a 24/7 obsession, and I bought 2, and I'm going to, as soon as the new Bamboo comes out later this winter, I'm going to get that one too. I was going to build a Voron, but the Bamboos work really good. Multi. So what, a swash plate leveler? Is that what I'm looking? Interesting. Huh. Okay. It's for leveling the swash plate. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Gives your Moment of truth. Pull it out there. Run it in this side. Hey, it did? Wow, well, not bad. Okay, I dig it. And then just set your huh. That is a really cool little handy swash leveler. And being cross distance been on. So that's when I go to mount the horn, the servo horns. One, two, and I got the inner one there too. And then this carbon fiber wrench. Yeah, right. This thing was on super tight. I don't know what that will do, but whatever. They call it a wrench. Nah, this is just gonna rip and strip. But that's a cool little swash lever that they gave you. Nice. This thing's taking shape though. Look at that. Let's see. All right, two for the front, and the rear one is going to have a different throw. No, okay. Oh man. I have I think I know what that. My wife has been cooking sourdough bread. And now there's sourdough yeast spores on my tools in the next room. What the fuck? That's funny. That's nice of them to include the tool. I got the steam reamer somewhere around here too in one of the tool boxes, but $41.5. All right, now this is total. About 1.3 millimeters too long. They call for 41.5 and an inner of 11.5, which I'm not even close to that. Yeah, not even close, because they didn't include the right sizing. Not even close. Oh shit! I fucked that up. Fucking A. Gotta lengthen this now. Jeez. Well, I got spares of these anyways. I was measuring the outer, not the inner bite. There we go. That's much better. That came out to 41.5. Okay. That is me not paying attention. I measured from outer to outer, and I should have done it from the center. Anyways, that means the word there, and the plane goes there. Let's see where we at now. Oh, anymore. Don't you know what we do everywhere we go? Oh, you fucking bastards. You fucked me over good, Steam. Oh, no, wait. I'll just turn the horn this way. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I forgot the plane. The servo horn is actually going to sit here. For some reason, I was just thinking of the plane was going to be, yeah, no, we're good. The horn going to be about here, and that's perfect. So, strong knuckle down. Strong knuckle down. Soft knuckle up. Looks pretty damn good, actually. Boy, these snapped in nice and easy. Strong knuckle down, strong knuckle down, strong knuckle down. Oh, I feel dumb. Oops. There we go. Such a fucking... And that's not even center. I don't think I like that. But by the time we add the horn... oh, and the ball link. Okay. Still. Anyways. Strong knuckle down, and strong knuckle down. About that is... I don't know if they're going to be on the inside of that. Yeah, they are going to be mounted on the outside. Okay. And again, when you're setting up Rotoflight, you set your geometry limits. That is damn near spot on. I can shorten port and lengthen starboard, or shorten starboard and lengthen port. And so it just got twisted a little bit, but I can't flip this down for you to see really because the tails. Maybe that helps. Good. But when I mount the servo horns, it'll be centered nicely. All right, that's cool. I'm satisfied with this page, and then I can just adjust as needed. This little leveling tool, that was according to the leveling tool. So that's cool. Alrighty. It's identical on both sides. Okay, no, there is a difference. There's a notch, a lower notch here, and then another one that faces upward. So the lower notch comes on the outside of the craft. And there we go. There. A plastic anti-rotation guide. All right. Yay. That's how they bring the cost down. They make it cheap. Good there. But it being plastic, just be careful when you're tightening it. Is this the exciting part? We're getting near the end. And then I've got hours of soldering. You know, I'm sure the soldering is going to be about a 30-40 minute job. And then setting up roto flight. That's what takes forever. I don't care how many times you do it. You're going to run into an issue. Although, well, like the latest I've seen is people, you know, they're the SXC, sexy, whatever you want to call it, the Discord dedicated channel. I guess 2.1 is what's uploaded. And people are putting in 2.2. Also, like the TX15S, I've seen some people with they can't copy it over directly. There's like little adjustments. Nitpicky, not big deal. I'm sure that it'll be a much easier process for me to self-diagnose and teach myself. But then those guys are great in that Discord. You just ask for help, and they're really cool for giving you a hand. Spreading the love of the hobby. That's why I'm a big fan of roto flight in general. I think that they got a great community around them, and it's a growing product that does a really good job. And free. Hello. Little dubious that Radio Master basically milks their product lower because they're getting all the free efforts. Hey, good morning. I heard you wailing pretty hard a few minutes ago. Yeah. Was there some kind of a protest going on? Yeah, Radio Master. Their products are dirt cheap, and because they're not spending any money on development. I hope they're not too parasitic. I'm a parasite. I haven't donated any money to the Rotaflight team. Oh, 99.9% of their community. But 5 craft in, yeah, I think I could throw them a few hundred bones. Be kind of cool.
Done.
Boy, these are nice, vibrant kids. Uh-oh. Mommy mad. Your brother made your mom mad. I heard that. Don't touch that, honey. It's not yours. It's funny. He doesn't give me any shit. It's just her. I'm daddy. I established early on. I'm the enforcer. The kids do not. I don't have to do anything past that. They had their find out moment. And then then it would be every few weeks, and then it would be every few months. And Snow, was the last time you got in trouble? Probably 6 months you had to get a good scolding from Dad, huh? Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so I have one more cross frame spacer, and I don't see. We're almost at the end of the manual too. There one there, got that one. Nose, top. There. Battery and blades. That's it. Battery and blades installed. I'm not doing those yet. Blades come in after I've done the geometry and I got everything leveled to now. So 2 pages to go, but I mean it's just a battery tray, and I gotta mount the canopy. I'm surprised they don't have a manual on or final instructions on the canopy mounting. Whatever. I assume the canopy, clips in there at the front. I know that much at least. I don't know where the canopy is right now. Oh, I'm sure the kids probably grabbed it and ran off with it. Anyways. I think that's where I'm going to cut this video anyway. I don't know how or where this is going to mount yet. This is the and yeah, I'm coming up on the end of this build. The principal work is done already. Next is going to be soldering electronics and figure out where this final frame piece goes. And I think I mean, are they being cool and saying, hey, pick your own spot? It's pretty rigid everywhere. Maybe here. Yeah. Maybe it'll go there. I mean, if I were to guess out of one final, because the servos and the shear force, I'll bet you anything. If I look back at the manual, and that's in there. So that one there is this one here attaching to these. Nothing installed yet. That one is there. Ah, here we go. This might be it. Let's see. No. No. This is where I suspect it would probably go is up here. And the reason being is because that's where the servo are mounted, just for the elevator. Yeah, it goes into the rest of it. It does not even tell you where to put that final one, but that's where I'm going to put it. A bonus piece? Whatever. Yeah, that's where I want it to go. Just to make it a little more rigid. I don't... Let's see if we can get a 6mm 6. Toasted. And these are canopy grommets. Yeah, I looked them up and they're canopy grommets. Whatever you want to call them. They'll... Let's go right there. I think I got some yellow ball link. I don't know. I got other colors. If I wanted to add some flare swag, I got orange, blue, and yellow. Because they were cheap. I mean, they were cheap. When you're looking at these parts on the... So many of the parts on this Steam kit are anywhere from 50 cents to $1. Like out of all the little extras thing, these aluminum plates for the and I think that looks shit
the way the machining, whatever. I guess maybe in the sunlight it won't be as noticeable because these are under high bright LEDs. Maybe you can or can't see, I don't know. But you can see the burring from the machining. It's not that big a deal. And this is my final choice coming up. That frame is good there. I mean, it could maybe... No. It's yeah. And that's just being extra. It's not even needed, but I'm going to do it anyways. Double check. Yeah, 6mm. Okay. All right, my plans for the next stage is gonna be soldering. And I don't know if I want to do a soldering video just because I suck so bad at soldering. It's just gonna be embarrassing. You don't want to see me solder because you're just, I don't know if you're gonna have bad habits or just roll your eyes like, what in the fuck? I don't know. Maybe I'll do it anyways just because. Learn from my mistakes, right? But yeah, after I got the soldering done, and I'm satisfied that I won't have to be taking the frame apart and doing anything. You know, like the motor, setting the teeth. These are just barely tightened in. To these 4 are for sliding the motor in and out. Anyway. Oh yeah. So do the soldering, mount everything, get the electronics going, then set the motor. Clockwise working, counterclockwise. Yeah. Flywheel good. Yeah, just set the teeth in. Boy, that is going to be some shit gear meshing. Wow. It doesn't even match the angle of the... Whatever. I don't see any benefit to doing the paper method. I'm just going to set it so there's no backlash. Because the if you look here, the teeth are flat. And that is not flat on the inner diameter here. Huh. Ain't you some fuckaroos. Anyways, it does... Just out of curiosity, let's do that right now. Let's just see what we got for... thought so. So it has a backlash there. And the jury's still out. Backlash yes, backlash no. I'm going to go backlash no. It's not set in tight for friction. It is just barely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to call that my experiment. Because I mean, I've seen people in the forums battle it out. Forums, Discord, everything about backlash. All right. Oh, I was just curious. Like, I get that. Anyways, whatever. Just having fun. I think this is where I'm going to call this video a conclusion. So yeah, soldering is the next. And then setting my servo horns, getting them all run, get the electronics in place. I'll run the electronics and the wiring after I've done the soldering in the frame. So soldering first, then frame, then running the cables, and final placement of geometry, etc. Overall though, hey, the build's coming along. That was, I don't know, we'll have to add up the time, but we're well past 12 hours on this project easily, I'm sure. And I know there's people who will have it done in a day, or definitely a weekend. That's not me. I like to go slow and deliberate. Yeah. So the ESC, the motors are gonna wire. I'm gonna go mount the canopy and see where everything looks now, and then find out which of the 3 battery choices I'm gonna use.